A, what are you replacing with? Some of the issues that were raised earlier by your panelists was that when you look at a particular state or a governor that is there, if you remove a governor, for whatever reason you think you want to remove him, within a period that we have a very fragile democracy, for whatever reason, what will it lead to in any of these states?
Okay, sorry to jump in. I'm thinking, because of time, let's look at what you understand to be the issue, so that could then be translated into the line of questioning for the Senior Special Assistant on Public Affairs to the Governor of Nassarawa. Now, in terms of what is making the rounds in Nassarawa State, is it an issue of party politics?
Yes, it's from the news, from what is in the media, that is what it is.
Is the governor considered as opposition to
the governor is considered
as
opposition, and it's from what is also in the media, it's all about 2015. Because the governor is emergency, if you also follow his emergency, the governor came on board as a result of people's movement. It is the ordinary people of Nassarawa State that voted for the governor. And therefore, by the time he emerged as a governor, he is the only governor of the opposition at the time that he was CPC. He was the only person, the only gubernatorial that emerged as a governor. And therefore, it is positioning, it is struggle for space within the polity. And that is why what you see in Nassarawa of this allegation, you find it in several other states. Even if I don't mention it, you know there are states that you have different faction of breaking in through to go and hold meetings in the state house. It's all about 2015. It's all about Party A trying to outdo Party B, Party B trying to outdo Party B, A.
If you let me take that back to the Senior Special Assistant on Public Affairs. You know these issues are there. Now, in terms of the governor being of a different political party, yes, or having affiliation to a different political party as against what the majority of the State Assembly might be, what is the majority of the State Assembly and what are the issues that the governor is encountering? Especially when you know that that is looking like what Jibrin Dacha said, 2015 focused.
Very quickly, I think let me build up on what Jibrin said. You can't rule out politics or political development in the country. You cannot talk about the political development in the country in isolation without talking about Nassarawa State. Purely, yes, Nassarawa State is being ruled by an opposition political party, the APC. Certainly the PDP is not happy, whether internally or externally. They may not be happy with that, because the PDP from the inception, or from the advent of democratic rule in Nigeria, in the country, 1999, the PDP has been ruling for 12 good years. And believe you me, it's 12 good years of lamentation, failure, derivation, near neglect. And at the end of the day, what do we have for it? Looting of the treasury, basically nothing to show or that you have even a government in place. That necessitated a change. It's a reaction of the people necessitated a change. Up till now, the PDP appears not to believe that the government, the people of the state have spoken, have changed the leadership of the state for good. Now,
sorry, if I may interject, is it a change across the board? Legislature?
Well, the circumstances of the 2011, let me take you a little, let me give you some little insight. Tanko Al-Mokora was of the PDP extraction. He was run for the governorship under the PDP itself. But because of the lack of internal democracy then, he felt they would not be fair to him in the primaries, and they knew his rising profile, his popularity. They edged him out. He had to pull out of the PDP to go into an unknown platform, CPC, to contest the election, and won the election. And in fact, like he said, a new political party at the national level, CPC, but the only state they won election happens to be Nassarawa State. That reflects, or is a reflection of the people's reaction and grievances with the misrule of the PDP for the past 12 good years. Now, this the PDP has failed to understand or is refusing to understand or to appreciate the fact that the people of the state have spoken and they've chosen a leadership they so desire. And not only have they chosen a leadership, the leadership that have come to terms with the covenant. And that is why for you to go to Nassarawa State, jokes apart, sentiments apart, politics apart, if you drive into Lafia or into Nassarawa State, you as a visitor for the very first time, you come to terms with the fact that governors have received a boost. No two ways about it.
Okay. What is the constitution of the State House of Assembly?
Agreed. We have about 20 members. 21, the total number of legislators, we have 24. The PDP has 21 thereabout, because one or two of the APC, I think a member or so of the APC also defected back to PDP, because the APC has 5 members, 1 defected, so I think they have 20 members in the legislature, while the APC have 4 members. And I think it is because of this disparity and the dominance of the PDP in the legislative assembly that is giving this feeling, or that is making the rounds, that whenever the assembly is carrying out their legitimate responsibility of oversight function, the next impression people create about it, oh, they are going to impeach the governor, oh, it's impeachment. Let's not go too far away to corroborate what you said again, which I don't want to speak without authority, being specific. There is this social media, you report, 247 or so. Last week, they carried out some publication about nocturnal meetings held in some states with some government house somewhere with top notchers of the opposition, I mean, or with the ruling party at the national level, name it and what have you. You see how to undermine and to destabilize some opposition states. I don't want to speak about that because, like I said, it is what is in the media. So what is in the media, if you don't have an authority to justify or to corroborate what they say, you cannot cite it as an authority. But what I would say with every authority, as far as we are concerned in Nassarawa State, today we have a collaborative and cooperative partnership. We have a mutually beneficial relationship with the assembly, despite the fact that we have our disagreements, which is normal, which is normal in the course of, yes.
Let me ask Ndache, who's a journalist, so he has no, he will not play politics with this, I would assume. With that kind of majority in the House, what kind of right do you imagine the governor is having with the House having that kind of majority as the opposition in the House?
I think that rather that should actually be seen as real democracy. Because if you look at a state, there are states that attempts are being made by when a governor wins, he ensures that every other member of maybe a political party B, which is different from some party, ensure that all of them comes to his party. I think whether somebody, members are in party A or party B, which is different from that of the governor, what should be uppermost on the mind of the is dividends of democracy. How do you give service to your people? You are not there whether you are just there on the platform of a political party. The interest is a state. It's Nassarawa State, and Nassarawa State have to exist first for you to either serve as a legislator or as a governor. And therefore, it should be mutually beneficial relationship. Rather, what I think is that the governor should even be appreciated for allowing the sort of assembly member to remain their political party to do their job. Even when elections held recently in Nassarawa State, I was discussing with some of my colleagues, and the discussion, why should the governor allow the opposition party?
The governor has no right to stop anything.
No, what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying.
No,
we are looking
like
at we're looking at the context of Nigeria. We are looking at the context of Nigeria.
Where the state government conducts election, where the state NASEC conducts, the State Electoral Independent Commission conducts election all over the country. We all know it. The ruling party or the party that is in government will clear all the election, including councillors. But wait, in Nassarawa State, my governor believes he was a product